Hello, Renee Barnett. How are you today?
Doing great, Brian. How are you?
Doing well. Here from beautiful Boulder, Colorado on the Labor Day weekend, and you're coming to us from,
Live from Manhattan. I'm in the West Village. I have been in New York about 5 years now. Really love being here.
that's great. And I wanted to talk to you today because I wanted to thank you for your strategic investment into Solstar Space Company last week. And that brought us above our $200,000 milestone. So thanks so much for that.
My pleasure. Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's really meaningful. You and I actually go back quite a few years, and maybe you can talk about that as well as the fact that you are a Harvard MBA. So that makes it really meaningful for us to have your investment. So because you are a good business person. So tell us about your entrepreneurial and schooling background and
Sure.
why you decided to invest into Solstar Space Company.
Sure. It's actually because of my time at Harvard Business School that our paths crossed. In 2007, I did an internship with Los Alamos National Labs in New Mexico. And one of the things that they offered was the opportunity to work with local New Mexico entrepreneurs to provide some, free support for what you're trying to do. And it was, as I looked at the different opportunities we had to work with, I was really excited to work in particular with you and what you were doing at the time in solar energy innovation.
Yes.
And, I was a physics undergrad major, so, sort of somebody that has a lifelong passion for the magic that science brings. Was just really excited to meet you then and work with you then. And really now here we are 13 years later. Lives has happened in that time, but we've sort of stayed in touch over social media. And I was really excited when I saw the WeFunder promotion and dug in a little bit to see what you and the team are working on, and am just super impressed and happy to be a part of the success of Solstar.
Well, great. And so you looked at, you analyzed us with your business background. So maybe you can talk about the due diligence that you did and how you decided that, yes, it would be a good investment.
Yeah, so sure. I really just took a look at the team that you've built for the Solstar space team. Just really was impressed with the talent with your co-founder and your leadership team.
Thank you.
I've worked at a healthcare startup for about the past 5 years, and we are fortunately at AbleTo in a success story position at this point. So we do mental health care delivered remotely, which is really important, especially right now during the pandemic. But I have an appreciation for what it takes to take something from scratch and build it. And, there's no playbook, there's no set of rules that you can reference for how to tackle these brand new things. And so really appreciate you're a serial entrepreneur. You've been doing this for 30 plus years, really value your own experience and the grit and determination it takes to be successful as an entrepreneur. So with that sort of background, I also just dug a little bit into some of the videos and things that are available online. So I watched the video, I think it's called Digital Nomad and the Scientist.
Right, documentary. We documented the first commercial Wi-Fi in space on Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket. And then of course we tweeted while we were up there. So that, yeah, you watched our documentary.
So I watched that, and the fact that you've had a successful and proven experiment, right, already?
Three times, three flights, 3 space flights, 3 successes.
So that gives me a lot of confidence as well that it's not vaporware, as an investor.
Right.
Also really enjoyed listening to the space show, radio show interview you did with Dr. Space. And I really appreciated he had a lot of really good questions for you and his listeners did. And you talked a lot about not just the science, the technology, and why it's hard to do what you're doing in space, but you also talked quite a bit about and gave me a sense of confidence in your understanding of the commercial opportunity, the marketplace, the competitive landscape, And again, you're not new to this game. And so those were some of the things that got me excited about investing in Solstar and being a part of the team.
Well, thank you. That's an excellent summary of a lot of good reasons to invest in Solstar. Like you said, it's the technology, right? But it's also the people and the experience and the connections. And so that means a lot coming from you. And thanks so much, and go Solstar.
Go Solstar, go get them.